Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharjaya Nachiketase cha. Gita Press, page 78. PDF, page 75. Top. Tatra evam sati.
Yamaji, you're muted.
Page 75. Tatra evam sati.
Yes. Yastvavijnanavan bhavati.
Yastavijnanavan bhavati.
Ayuktena manasa sada.
Ayuktena manasa sada.
Tasyendriyanyavashyani.
Tasyendriyanyavashyani.
Duštashva Duštashva iva sarathehe.
Duštashva iva saratehe.
Let's read the next mantra also. Yastu vijnanavan bhavati.
Next mantra. Yastu vijnanavan bhavati.
Yuktena manasa sada.
Yuktena manasa sada.
Tasyendriyani vashyani.
Tasyendriyani vashyani.
Sadashva iva sarathehe.
Sadashva iva sarathehe.
Yeah. So we chanted these mantras 5 and 6 together because they are the same thing stated in different ways. In fact, the words are all very same. If you notice, yahatu, avijnanavan in 5, vijnanavan bhavati in 6. Okay. Next, look at that. Ayuktena manasa sada, yuktena manasa sada. Okay. Next. Tasya idriyani, avashyani, vashyani. Correct? Opposites, right? Duštashvaha, sadashvaha, iva sarathehe. So just to point that out, I wanted to read both of these together. So, Sambandha Bhaashyam, Tatra evam sati. Okay. So, this is whenever this kind of words come. Having said that, being as it is so, that is the meaning of Tatra evam sati. That being so means what? It has been 7 days since the last class, 14 days since the last 2 classes. All that we have to calculate. And our ability to remember these things also, we have practical people. So what we have to do now is, since we are very practical people, we have to go back to I'm carrying with me this mantra, list of all the mantras in the Kathopanishad. And I'm going back to this 131, not the first, not 111, just 131. Kritam pibantau sukritasya loke, correct? 131. Okay. What did we study there? We said Jiva Paramatmano is what? The Jiva and Paramatma have entered this heart, this buddhi which is in the heart, physical heart. Like that we saw, right? And this Jiva is experiencing karma phalam. Chaya tapau. They are like light and shadow, light and darkness. Light is for Paramatma, shadow is for Jiva. Like that, some very funny statement was made. Okay. We have not seen this kind of statement anywhere so far. So this sounds very interesting. Then what happens in number 2? Same thought process. Yaha seturijananam aksharam brahmayat param abhayam titishatam param nachiketam shakemahi. So aksharam param brahma, nirgunam brahma versus sagunam brahma, parabrahma and aparam brahma was talked about. Okay. So these pairs, 2 pairs are going on like this. And for those who want Swarga Ityadi, then Sagunam Brahma, Aparam Brahma is to be worshipped. You can't go after Nirgunam Brahma, and Nirgunam Brahma study will not give Swarga. What we are doing right now, study, is not going to give Punyam. Please make a note. Somebody asks you the question, you're doing a lot of Punyam by studying Bhagavad Gita. That statement, now that you know a lot, you have to say, if you study Bhagavad Gita with the Advaita Drishti, you won't get Punyam. Why you won't get Punyam? Because Punyam is karma phalam. Karma phalam can only be produced by karma. And what karma is happening during this Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam? Shravanam, there is no karma at all. Please speaking. All you are doing is listening. No karma. If the Shravanam makes me do something to go to Swarga, then then Punyam and all will come, and so all those values, everything will be there, and I'll be active, and I'll be Narayana Dasa. But here, this is not Narayana Dasatvam, this is Narayana Tvam itself that we are studying. Okay. Therefore, Punyam Ledu. Now, if you can rethink, if you want to sign out of the class or something, I'm okay. I won't be upset. I'll bless you also. If you want, no problem. Okay. But this is how it is. This is how it is. Because why? Because Vivekavan Purushaha, Anatma, Atma Anatma Viveki, knows this Swarga Prapti also is karma phalam. It is one of the 4 types of karma phalam. What is it? Apyam, right? Apyam. It is also karma phalam. And therefore it is anityam. And there's no connection between that anityam and what I want to be and what I am, which is all this we have to keep on periodically remind ourselves. And so this yaseturijana, those who want to go to Swarga, they can do Nachiketa Agni, they can do Upasanam, and they can get Krama Mukti, or they can just stay in Swarga for a long time. Okay? That is for them, they need Aparam Brahma, Sagunam Brahma. But then those who want to see that Jiveshwara Aikyam here and now, okay, for them, that is Param Brahma. They need to focus on Nirgunam Brahma. Through Sagunam Brahma, all right, but Nirgunam Brahma is their goal. Okay, those 2 are talked about here in verse number 2. Then 3 and 4, we saw last time the Ratha Kalpana. Ratha Kalpana was there, where this Jiva was symbolized by the chariot. the journey of the jiva is symbolized by the journey of the chariot. Okay. This much we saw. And therefore, that is tatra evam sati. When these two things are there, Parabrahma, Aparambrahma is there, Jiva is there, Paramatma is there, and the chariot analogy is given. Now the chariot analogy is going to be used. So far it is only stated, but not used anywhere, correct? Not mentioned anywhere. And so now in 5 we saw this, right? Now what happens? These two, there are two paths opening up for the jiva, for this charioteer, for this rathi who has a charioteer, and the charioteer is the equivalent to the buddhi who is going to take the chariot various places. Now, where this charioteer is going to go, there is going to be a path that is going to fork into two ways. And so that forked paths, two paths are going to be talked about here. In the next two things we chatted, number 5 and 6. 5 refers to avijnanavan, yaha tu avijnanavan. Okay, that you should not forget. And 6 is yaha tu vijnanavan. So now you can see. Repeat that, Guruji. You can see the difference, right? Avijnanavan and vijnanavan. Avijnanavan means what? One who does not have vijnanam. One who does not have viveka in this case. Not jnanam, viveka. Just basic. The dharma viveka is there, and beyond that, atma anatma viveka. The first number 5 is aviveki, number 6 is viveki is going to talk about. Okay, so what does 5 talk about then? Okay, what was the question there?
I just requested you to repeat that part about 5 and 6.
About 5 and 6. Okay, yeah. So, Viveki and Aviveki. Now let's look at this. Yahatu avijnanavan bhavati ayuktena manasa sada tasya indriyani avashyani duštashvaha iva sarathe. Okay. So now that avijnanavan means that aviveki, that Sarathi is not discerning, does not know about Atma Anatma Viveka. At least here in Sarathi, does not know what is, he doesn't know he doesn't have Google Maps in his hand, and he doesn't know what's where to go, what to go, where is the traffic jams, what is all this about. That Sarathi doesn't know anything. Okay. He may not even be maintaining the horses properly. That kind of charioteer, that kind of driver. Some people have cars and they have drivers. And sometimes the drivers, they just matches. The driver and the yajamana, it just matches there. Perfect match. So means what? The driver understands what, you just have to say one word. Driver understands everything and takes the car wherever it should go and takes interpretations without even telling. Sometimes he does the right. That kind of drivers also are there. And then there's the other driver who's constantly coming late and giving excuses and this and that. So here, avijnanavan. Okay. Okay. What about yahatu avijnanavan bhavati ayuktena manasa sada. That mind also is not proper. Ayuktaha asti. Unable to focus. Getting carried away. A mind that gets carried away. Ayuktaha. Look at that. Then what? Tasya indriyani avashyani. In that case, what happens? The sense organs are roaming about freely. And he's going to say, like the horses, wild horses will be uncontrolled. I've seen these sometimes these cows also, which are very, they behave in a bull, for example. You use a wild bull in in a cart, then you need a very strong driver, and Sarath, because they will kick, suddenly it will kick, suddenly it will move around, it will jerk around and all that. Wild horses also are like that. And they will run, suddenly they will jump and run, then they'll suddenly stop. All these things will happen. You may have seen, I've seen it in shows and all that. Wild horses. So here that wild horse is mentioned. Dushtashvaha. Wild horses. Those, that person's sense organ. Indriyani. Avashyani. Uncontrollable. Avashyani. Vasham means to be under, to be mastered, which can be told what to do, what not to do. But these sense organs are dushtashvaha iva, unpredictable, can do anything at any time. Okay? Iva saratehi. So that indriyani are uncontrollable, like the charioteer's horses. Saratehe dushtashvaha. Okay. Like the wild horses or uncontrolled horses of a charioteer. Okay. That's all it is. This mantra is not very difficult. He is avijnanavan. So wherever there is no viveka, then the viveka means buddhi, right? So no atmanatma viveka, then automatically the mind also has no shama. Look at that. Adhikaritam is mentioned. Viveka, shama. And where there is no shama, there is no dhamma. Correct? Indriya. Nigraha is dhamma. So viveka, shama, dhamma are talked about in this mantra and the next mantra also. Okay. And see, when there is sun, there is sunlight. When there is sunlight, there is photosynthesis. If I say, plants can produce food, you need sunlight for that. When sun is there, plants can make food. When sun is not there, plants cannot make. That's all. That is the same thing. When A is there, B will be there. When A is not there, B will not be there. Children have caring parents, the children will be emotionally healthy. If the children do not have caring parents, the children will not be healthy, emotionally. Very simple logic. And so here, that if A, B is called Anvayaha in Sanskrit. What is it called? Anvaya, not the Anvaya we are doing for the mantra. That is different. It's different means that is ordering. Ordering. Same thing here also. An order is there. It's called Anvayaha. If not A, there is not B. If A is not there, there is no B. That is called Vyatirekaha. Technical words. Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvayaha Vyatireka. A means B. Anvayaha. Not A means not B. If A is absent, B will also be absent. That is called Vyatireka. Therefore, this mantra number, which between 5 and 6, which is Anvaya, which is Vyatireka?
This one is Vyatireka.
This one is Vyatireka because Avijnanavan. Next one is Vijnanavan Bhavati, one who has Viveka. So this is Vyatireka. Next mantra is Anvaya. All right. Let us read the Bhaashyam. Yahatu
Yahatu
Udhyakhyah
Muk
Kya, Kyava,
Sarathihi,
Sarathi,
Avijnanavan,
Avijnanavan,
Anipunaha,
Anipunaha,
Aviveki,
Aviveki,
Pravruttau cha Nivruttau cha Bhavati.
Pravruttau cha Nivruttau cha Bhavati,
Yatha Itaraha,
Yatha Itaraha,
Ratacharyayam,
Rathachatyayam,
Ayuktena,
Ayuktena,
Apragrihitena,
Apragrihitena,
Asamahitena,
Asamahitena,
Manasa,
Manasa,
Pragrahastani Yena,
Pragrahastani Yena,
Sada Yuktaha Bhavati.
Sada Yuktaha Bhavati.
Yeah, and put a comma after Bhavati. This is the Bhaashyam of the first half. Yahatu, the one who is being described. Vijnanavan, Vijnanavan. And who is this Viveki? Shankaracharya is helping us understand that. Buddhyakhya Sarati. The Sarati, now he's talking about the example. Example is what in Sanskrit?
Upamana.
Upamana. And the Upameya in this case will be?
Buddhi.
Yeah. So, Saratihi is Upamanam, Buddhi. Therefore, he's saying here, Buddhyakhya Saratihi. The Sarati called the Buddhi. The Sarati which has the name, Akhya means name, Buddhi Nama. Sarati called the Buddhi. Now that we know this particular Ratha Kalpana, that Sarati is Vijnanavan. I mean, Avijnanavan, sorry, Avijnanavan, correct? Don't miss the A there, okay? Saratihi Avijnanavan is Sarathir Avijnanavan. Is Avijnanam. So Shankaracharya is helping us. Avijnanavan means Anipunaha, Aviveki. Nipuna, Nipunaha, Nipun hai. Nipun means he knows what's what, able to take care of things, able to do things better than many other people. Nipun. Okay. So he's a local guru, And so he knows if you want to know what to do in Coimbatore, don't talk to Guruji. Talk to these some other people are there and they know where the restaurants are, they know where is what, which malls are there, where everything that they know. That's a kind of Nipunaha. Anipuna. Vijnanavan, Anipunaha. Doesn't know much. And know much means what? What kind of knowledge? Is it Laukika knowledge? No. Aviveki. Okay. No clarity is there. Clarity between what and what? Pravruttau cha, nivruttau cha. Shankaracharya. That's it. He brought in two words which defines the entire gamut of life. Correct? Pravritti and nivritti. Pursuit and retreat. There are only two possibilities in life, pursuit and retreat. But it has special meanings, right? And the special meanings for which you have to go back to which mantra? You have to go to 122. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha. 1.2.2. Okay. There's still dialogue going on, right? Between Nachiketa and Yama. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha. Tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha. Shreyo hi dhiro vi preyaso vrinite. Preyo mando yoga kshemat vrinite. Good to memorize all these mantras. periodically. Just pick up some these, circle all these mantras, some of these mantras, just memorize it periodically. Because it will be useful when we study Bhagavad Gita, it will be useful when we study other Upanishads. So what is Shreyas and Prayas? Nivritti and Pravritti. Shreyasi, Prayasi cha. That is what. Pravritti means what? Pursuit. Pursuit means what? Karma, karma phala, karma, karma phala. Ajnanam, kama, karma, karma phalam, punarjanma, ajnanam, kama, karma, karma phalam, punarjanma, ajnanam. This is called pravritti. Pravritti. Unending pravritti, or also called prayers in that mantra 1.2.2, and called what? Nivrittau, the Saptami. So in the sense, with respect to pravritti and nivritti, there is a way to translate this. Understand it. Nivritti means what? Literal meaning is retreat. Nivritti. Okay, stay away. Let's move back. Let's go home. That kind of thing. The return trip is called nivritti, right? So what is the return trip here? Return trip is saying, okay, this ajnana, kama, karma phalam, punyam, papam, and then punarjanma, etc. is going to go on and on like this. Okay, I'm going to start questioning this now. The minute you start questioning this, then you are talking about Shreyo Margaha, Shreyas Margaha, Nivrittihi, Nivritti Margaha. Correct? Now you can see all these words, right? These are all important words. So Shankaracharya is beautifully saying Pravruttaucha Nivruttaucha with respect to prayers, prayers and Shreyas. Pravritti will be prayers, Nivritti will be Shreyas. So that Aviveki means what? That person does not know that there is something called Shreyas and prayers. Everything is prayers. You don't know what Shreyas is, only prayers is there. Only difference is what profession you are, which kind of house you have built, and where are your children studying, and this is all there is. Everybody is doing all this. Next Janma, what do you think we'll do? Any guesses? Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing we'll do. Technology may be different. We may not be using iPhone. We'll be using U-phone. Okay. So that's the only difference. So, very good. So, pravrittaucha nivrittaucha bhavati. So, when that person is avijnanavan, okay, bhavati of course is there. Yatha itaraha ratacharyayam ayuktena. Yeah. Yatha itaraha ratacharyayam. Yatha, just like. Right now he's talking about avijnanavan buddhi. He has not yet talked about this chariot yet, ratha, right? Yatha, just like the Rathacharyaya, just like in the journey of the chariot, Rathacharya means chariot movement, chariot journey. Okay. The trip of the chariot. What is the chariot meant for? The vehicle is meant for going around. Just like the process that is taken by this chariot, Rathacharyaya, Itaraha means that other. Buddhi is here. Other means that other that was talked about in the previous mantras called Ratha, that Ratha Kalpana. So in that journey of Ratha, just like the charioteer of the Ratha is not educated, is not aware of the realities that he is supposed to know, she is supposed to know. Yata itaraha ratacharyaya. Okay, you can put a comma on it. Further, ayuktena, the second quarter, right? Ayuktena, aprahitena, asamahitena, manasa pragrahasthaniyena, sada yuktaha bhavati. So So Shankaracharya is saying, Ayuktena manasa sada apragrihitena asamahitena. Manas is being talked about. What kind of manas? Manasa. The manas. Look at the other one. Pragrahasthaniye. The manas. This avijnanava, aviveki has a mind. That is Buddhi is talked about. Now what about the mind? The mind, which is symbolized by the pragrahasthaniyena, by the reins. The mind which is symbolized by the reins. So both pameyaha and upamanam, Shankaracharya keeps in mind. Okay. What kind of mind that is? Ayuktena. Ayuktena manasa. This buddhi is with a ayuktena manasa. And that means what? Apragrihitena. A mind that cannot be reined. A mind that cannot be called back. A mind that is untethered. A mind that is running around. Running around. You know, I met somebody recently. Very, very creative. That person is writing poems. That person is drawing pictures, painting. He's doing so many things. Very artistic. And he said, I cannot do one thing for more than 3 minutes. I said, I just made a note of it. I said that's also right to do something. That means it's all spurts of creativity, spurts of creativity. And then after a couple of minutes, that's it, I'm done. Do something for a few minutes, done. I mean, everything is a blessing, no doubt. But that is called inability to focus on something. Generally, we think of artists as those who can focus a lot, correct? Paint, because you have to have a picture in mind and then you have to paint the whole thing. We've seen pictures of, all these, first of all, these temple murtis and all require so much concentration. They can't, but the mind has to be stable. The picture has to be there in the mind that a murti, antah murti has to become bahir murti. Concentration is needed. You can't sit and think, wait a minute. Lakshmi, does she have a veena or a violin or you can't do like this. I forgot. Which hand the money has to come, this hand or that hand. You can't say all that. That guy can't afford to say all.
Jnana shloka of the deity should be always in his mind.
Yeah. Dhyana shloka. This person has dhyana shloka is there. He has to do dhyanam so much. They do all that. So, apragrihitena. Grahanam cannot be held. The mind is not in that person's control. Is equal to asamahitena. Same thing. Because samahita, so samahita buddhi, samahita chitta, often used in our Vedanta Shastra. Okay, Sanskrit students, samahita dhatu will be what? So dhatu here is dha dhatu. It's a trick question. Okay, dha, not he and all that. Dha dhatu, dharana poshana yoho, dharti and all comes from that dha dhatu. Dharana, in the sense of supporting, in the sense of stability, in the sense of nourishment, etc. So asamahitaha, the mind is just moving around, not sthira buddhi. Asthira buddhi or asthira manaha. Buddhi we don't want to bring here. All right, that kind of mind. And how long this mind is unstable like this? Sada. Sada, always. At least once in a while, some calmness is there. No, sada. Sada yuktaha bhavati. As that kind of mind always. Okay? Scatterbrained ityarthaha. Scatterbrained. Arjuna asked that question, correct? Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balavadridam. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balavadridam.
Abhyasena tu kaunteya.
Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Illa.
Sorry. Okay.
No.
That is
Idella.
it.
Vayoriva Sudurshanam.
Vayoriva.
Tasyaham nigraham manye vayo sudushkaram. Tasyaham nigraham manye. I consider the mind to be out of control. That's it. There's no way you can hold on to the mind. He says that. Arjuna says that. And Krishna responds, Asamshayam Mahabahu. Correct. You are correct. Asamshayam, without a doubt. There's no doubt in what you say. Asamshayam Mahabahu. Mano Durnigraham. Chalam Abhyasena tu kaunteya. So Abhyasa is needed. Vairagyena cha grihyate. Vairagyam he brings. Why Vairagyam? Because if I am disinterested in something, then I'll automatically withdraw. Correct? Disinterested. See, there is a single person, in college, etc., 20 years old. And he is in the middle of all these families. The family get together, all children, everything. How are you? Which college? Oh, this, they're talking about children. What will this guy do? He can't talk much. He can also talk with children. Hey, what are you doing? He can say. But if he is not comfortable doing that, then he'll be sitting like, hey, let's withdraw. Then I have some juice, whatever. Yeah. So not interested means there's no room for engagement. Okay. So tada yuktaha bhavati. Then yuktaha bhavati is that means always in this manner. Always in this manner. Namely ayuktaha, etc. Ayuktena manasa. Okay. Okay. So chanchalam manaha, we saw that. Let's read the next Bhaashyam, which we will enter the third quarter of the mantra. Tasya indriyani. Tasya akushalasya
akushalasya
buddhisarathehe
buddhisarathehe
indriyani
indriyani
ashvasthaniyani
ashvasthaniyani
avashyani
avashyani
ashakya nivaranani
ashakya nivaranani
duštashvaha
duštashvaha
adantashvaha
adantashvaha
iva itarasarathehe
iva itarasarathehe
bhavanti. Entering the third quarter. Tasya indriyani avashyani. So now he's talking, buddhi is talked about, manas is talked about, so indriya. Sense organs talked. And what is the sense organs? Indriyani? Ashvasthaniya. Yeah.
Guruji, sorry to interrupt. So asamahitena in the previous is meant that the mind cannot hold, or mind cannot hold a thought. Is that what we are trying to say there?
The mind is running around. Mind is wavering. Mind is agitated. Mind is moving. Cannot hold on to something.
Cannot hold on to something.
Not a calm mind, ityarthaha. Okay. Unable to bring back. Not that mind will always be calm. There are things which will create disturbance, but after some time we just come back. The ability to come back is not there. All right. Tasya akushalasya buddhisaratehe indriyani ashvasthaniyani. Shankaracharya is reminding us. Indriyani means, okay, Pameya is indriyani, Pamanam is ashvasthaniyani. So the horses. Indriyani, which is symbolized by the horses. Horses which have taken the place of Indriyani, Ashvasthani. All right. So what about those Indriyani? Tasya Purushasya, Tasya Manushasya, of that person. What kind of person? already described before. Akushalasya buddhisaratehe. Akushalasya, anipunasya, avivekinaha. All that you can bring. All the words that Shankaracharya has used, you can bring here for that person. So it's good, when you read a Bhaashyam like this, you get familiar with Sanskrit words. Hindi, those who know Hindi might connect quickly, but those who don't, then they may have to take a little effort to connect these things and say, yeah, these words are understandable. Akushalasya. And who is that person? Buddhi saratehe. So Sarati. Sarati. Buddhi eva Sarati. So of that charioteer, which is symbolizing the Buddhi, which is equal to the Buddhi, which is Sarati in the Upamanam, is the Buddhi in the Upameya. He's just reminding us all of these things. He doesn't have to do it, but he's telling us because Ratha Kalpana was said. And so here it's not said. Okay, Indriyani Dushtasvaha. But previously, Sariti words and all not used. In the Moolam, not used, correct? And Manas, the Pragraham not used in the Moolam. But here, Dushtasvaha is being said. So, Indriyani, Ashwasthani, Avashyani, Ashakya Nivaranani. Nivarana, Nivritti, withdrawing from something. Ability to say no. Ability to say, okay, calm down. And what about that is called Nivarana. Ashakya Nivarana. Inability to, incapable of being restrained. Correct? Incapable of being restrained. Okay? And therefore, uncontrollable. Always in a state of some kind of agitation. Okay? That is the meaning of Indriyani, Avashyani. And okay, Vishayabhya Nivartayitum Ashakyani. Maniprabha. Same thing. In English, there is a beautiful phrase that comes to my mind. It's called tail wagging the dog. How many of you have heard that? Tail wagging the dog. Yeah. Tail wagging the dog. Very interesting phrase. Amazing it is. Dog, the tail should be wagged by the dog. But if the tail wags the dog, you had it. Okay. So that is what it is. That is what this thing is. I think that's the way I'm visualizing it. That is another upamana, right? So then what? Dushtasvaha iva saratehe. That is how the mantra is concluding. And Shankaracharya is explaining Dushtasvaha is equal to Adanta Ashvaha. Because Dushtasvaha means the unruly horses, literal meaning, unruly, right? And Dushta means it can even kick you and it can even punch you. It can just beat you up and run away for apparently no reason. Because we are used to domesticated horses. But this Ashvaha, Dushtasvaha, and Shankaracharya is saying Adanta Ashvaha means these Indriyani, Danta, Dama. The word Dam is what gives rise to this Danta. Dam. Same thing, Shama Dama, we all know. So Damavan is a Danta, one who has Dama, which means Indriya Nigraha, one who has the ability to, one who has mastery over sense organs is called Damavan or a Danta. Dam. Dami, in other words, Dami also. Dami, Damavan, Dantaha. Damyata Datta Dayadvam Janataha. How many of you can? Imavati ji is shaking her head. Right? Maitrim bhajata.
I was about to write it in the comment. I was about to write it in the comment.
Maitrim bhajata. Akhila hrijetrim. Etc. Right? And then there he says, Paramacharya of Kanchi, who composed this song, says, Hamyatadatta dayadvam janata. Hey janata, damyata. May you control yourself. May you don't run around things. That is the meaning, damyata. And take the time to just come back, reassess what you're doing, right? So that is damyata. Damyata datta dayadvam. These three words are actually from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Amazing it is. So there is a story. I don't know if I should do all that. I'll do it anyway because Prajapati is there. Then these Devaha, Manushyaha, human beings, and Asuraha. Okay. Suraha, Manushyaha, and Asuraha. They meet Prajapati and they say, hey Prajapati, hey Brahma, please, hey Brahmaji, please advise, give us some advice. They've come for advice. What happened? No, we're just constantly fighting with each other and it's getting very tiring, And human beings are stuck in between. They also don't know what to do. So all three of them said, let's get some advice. They go to Prajapati. And Prajapati gives advice. He calls this Deva and he says, Damyata, Yuyam Damyata, Dama. Because I think Deva Svargaloke, Bhogalokaha, Bhoga Shariraha. Bhoga is the rule of the day. And so you have to exercise Dhamma. Dhamma, don't let your senses just go all over the place. Okay, I had Rasagulla, now what movie? Let's go to that home theater. These days, you don't have to go outside. Just have home theater. And YouTube is anyway there and all these pay and non-pay channels are out there. Just come next. Next what? Let's go play tennis. Next what? No, I need to take a nap because I've been moving around too much. So take a nap. Okay, that also you can do. And next what? Something else will be there. So Dhamyata, he gives that advice to these people. Devas. Then Devas go away. And then Manusha. Datta, Yuyam Datta, may you give. May you do dhanam. Because you all have become consumers, and they are calling us consumers also. We've got a name also called consumer. And what is this consumer? We think we are not capable of anything or what? Just consume, consume, consume. Yeah, you people have become like that over time. Therefore, give, give. Change the name from consumer to donor, giver, helper. Okay, all right. So human beings got that advice. Damyata datta dayadvam. Then he went to this Asuras. Asuras are scaring people wherever they are. And their job is to just scare and scare and scare. Terrify people, terrify other beings. Therefore, he's saying, Dayadvam, have some compassion. Have some compassion. The fact that they're afraid shows that they don't want to be afraid. It's very obvious. You ask them, spend some time interviewing all the people you're terrifying, and you will understand this. They're doing like this also. It means what? They're asking for some mercy, compassion. Therefore, dayadvam, amyatadatta, dayadvam janata. And the Upanishad says, Prajapati concludes, therefore, the advice to you is the. Why are you giving this kind of advice? The. Dhamyata, datta, dayadvam, I can understand. But that is because when it rains, all this lightning and thunder is there. And when it thunders, you hear the sound, the. That is how the Upanishad is talking. Okay? So anyway, we'll come back to this Upanishad. called Kathopanishad. And Dushtashvaha is equal to Adantashvaha. So the Ashvaha, which do not have Dama, and therefore they are just uncontrolled, they are just growing everywhere. Okay. And of course, backed by a mind also which is uncontrolled. Okay, that we can understand. Adantashvaha iva itara saratehe bhavanti. Adantaha ashvaha iva. Dushtashvaha iva. Like the uncontrolled horses. Correct? And அவனுக்கு சொல்லணும் அந்த பேண்ட பத்தி வச்சிருக்கே அதுல அவன்கிட்ட கூப்பிட்டு சொல்லணும். So Iva means like. And so like those horses which are like that. Of what? The horses of the Idara Sarati. From Upameyam, he's saying you must go to Upamanam, Idara Sarati, the charioteer of the chariot analogy. Idara Sarati. Correct? Like that he's saying here. So what is the summary? Wherever there is no viveka, yatra yatra viveka abhavaha, tatra tatra, there the mind also, viveka means buddhi, where the buddhi does not have viveka, the mind will not be calm. The mind will be uncontrolled. Mind will be agitated. And when the mind is agitated, the sense organs also will be wavered, will also run around. Yatra yatra viveka abhava, tatra tatra shama abhavaha, yatra yatra shama abhavaha, tatra tatra dama abhava. So viveka, shama and dama, which are qualifications for pursuing this jnanam, is highlighted in this. And the next one also. So let's look at the Anvaya. So let me repeat that. Yatra yatra viveka abhavaha, tatra tatra shama abhavaha, yatra yatra shama abhavaha, tatra tatra dama abhava. Okay, ready for Anvaya? Yes. Yaha avijnanavan, yaha avijnanavan, within brackets, buddhyakhyaha saratihi, yaha avijnanavan buddhyakhyaha saratihi, tu sada ayuktena manasa, sada ayuktena manasa, manasa within brackets saha, saha, saha as in sakara and hakara, because it is saha tritiya. Manas ke saath, aisa man ke saath, that is the saha. Okay. Sada ayuktena manasa saha bhavati, kama, tasya indriyani sarathehe dushtashvaha iva, sarathehe dushtashvaha iva avashyani bhavanti. Bhavanti in brackets. Sarathehe dushtashvaha iva avashyani bhavanti. Let's read that. Yaha avijnanavan buddhyakyaha saratihi tu sada ayuktena manasa saha bhavati kama tasya indriyani sarathehe duštashvaha iva avashyani bhavanti. Okay, let's read the next one. Yastu vijnanavan bhavati
यस्तु विज्ञानवान् भवति
yuktena manasa sada
युक्तेन मनसा सदा
tasyendriyani vashyani
तस्येन्द्रियाणि वश्यानि
sadashva iva sarathehe.
तदश्व इव सारथे.
Bhaashyam yaha tu punaha
यह तु पुनः
purvokta viparitaha.
पूर्वोक्तः विपरीतः.
So you may notice in the Bhaashyam, I'm splitting the words, I'm splitting the sandhis, but in the Moolam, I'm not splitting the sandhis when we chant, right? Because Moolam we are chanting together, it's a chant, so we are not splitting. That's Sarathihi bhavati
सारथिः भवति
vijnanavan.
विज्ञानवान्.
Next few words, Gita Press people have to write it in the Gita Press notebook, okay? Words are Nipunaha,
निपुणः
Vivekavan,
विवेकवान्
Yuktena Manasa.
युक्तेन मनसा.
So these four words have to be written in Gita. It's missing. Print is missing in my Gita. Yeah. So what are the words that you have to write? Nipunaha, Vivekavan, Yuktena Manasa. These four words which are there in your PDF file. Pragrahita Manaha,
प्रगृहीत मनाः
Samahita Chittaha,
समाहित चित्तः
Tada,
सदा
Tasya,
तस्य
Ashwasthani Yani,
अश्वस्थानीयानि
Indriyani,
इन्द्रियाणि
Pravartayitum,
प्रवर्तयितुं
Nivartayitum va shakyani,
निवृत्तयितुं वा शक्यानि
Vashyani,
वश्यानि
Dantaha,
दान्ताः
Sadashvaha iva itarasarathehe.
तदश्व इव इतर सारथे.
Yeah. So this mantra, we see now that this is what? This is Anvaya. The previous mantra is Vyatireka. This mantra is the Anvaya counterpart of that previous. Anvaya means what? Previously Vyatireka. When a person is an aviveki, when Viveka is missing, then you have ... Other things are also missing. But if Viveka is there, Vijnanavan bhavati. Just the Akara is missing. That's all, right? So Vijnanavan, if there is a person who has Viveka, Vivekavan asti, Atmanatma Viveka, Vivekavan, then what happens? Then that person will have Shama and Dama also will be there. And like the Sadashva in the Upaman, Sadashva. Shankara will say, he doesn't give the meaning of Sadashva. Well-behaved horses. That's, I don't know what to say. Domesticated. I don't want to use the word domesticate. Looks like a... So, horses that do what they're supposed to do. Okay, let's leave it like that. All right. Or we should... Horses that serve the purpose. Let's put it that. All right. So, yaha tu punaha purvokta viparitaha paratihi. So, yahatu. On the other hand, the one who. And who is that one? Okay. It's Sarathi only. Sarathi. Shankaracharya is helping us by saying that Yaha is Sarathi, charioteer. And what kind of charioteer? Purvokta viparitaha. Viparitaha, opposite. Opposite of the charioteer that was mentioned earlier. Purvaha uktaha. Saratehe viparitaha. And what is this Purvokta viparitaha Sarathi? Previously, Sarathi was Avijnanavan. Now, opposite of Avijnanavan has to be Vijnanavan. Therefore, that is what it is. Sarathi bhavati Vijnanavan. And Shankaracharya is saying, Nipunaha Vivekavan. Previously, he said Anipunaha Aviveki. Viveki, Vivekavan. Both are okay. Both are different pratyas, that's all. Okay? Both are identical meaning. So, like Guni and Gunavan. One who has Guna is called Gunavan. Like that, Viveki, Vivekavan. So, Nipunaha, Vivekavan. That is the meaning of Vijnanavan. So, Vijnanavan, you should not think wise person. Now, in this context, not a wise person. Not yet wise anyway. And so, Viveka must be there. That is what is being taught. And then, Yuktena Manasa Saha. Saha, if you want, you can put in brackets. Yuktena Manasa. And which means what? Pragrihita Manaha. Previously, he said, Apragrihitena Samahitena Manasa. He said, here, Pragrihita Manaha. Referring to the person. Sakaranta Pullingam. Therefore, Manaha should not be taken as Bahuvachanam. Sanskrit students, like Nachiketaha is Ekavachanam. Here, Manaha is referring to Ekavachanam only, that person who is a Vijnanavana. And Pragrihita Manaha, one who has the mind in one's control. Okay. And therefore, Samahita Chittaha, therefore, one with a calm mind. If the mind is in one's control, then mind will automatically be calm. That's the implication here. Samahita Chittaha, that person who has a mind that is Samahitaha, calm, focused. Then what? Sada, always, comma. You can put a comma after Sada. Sada, always, not occasionally. Then that person what? Tasya Ashwasthaniyani Indriyani. And as usual, Indriyani is Ashwasthaniyani. Indriyani for the person is symbolized by Ashwa. Indriyani, which are in the place of horses of the Upamana, or the horses which are in the place of the sense organs in the Jiva, okay, in the body, human body. And what about those Indriyani? Pravartayitum nivartayitum va shakyani. Vashyani. So the Vashyani word is being explained by those words, Pravartayitum, etc. So normally we would expect Vashyani word to come first, followed by the meaning, Pravartayitum, etc. So Vashyani means what? Pravartayitum. Same. Pravruttau cha, nivruttau cha. Okay. Bhavati. Like that, Shankaracharya had explained in the previous mantra. Here he's using the same words with different form. Capable of doing pravritti. Capable of doing nivritti. Sense organs must be what? Must listen to the buddhi and the mind and do exactly as the mind wishes. Therefore, go after this, don't go after this. Open your eyes and turn your head. Okay, open it. There it is. I see the peacocks there. Okay, good. Very nice to hear. All right, then what? Come back to the Shastram. Shastram is more important right now. Don't get carried away with that peacock. Okay, that's how the sense organs should be. And so, then, capable, Shakyani, capable, right? Capable of being engaged and disengaged at will. Engaging and disengaging at will. Okay, the meaning of that. Then what? Dantaha. Therefore, Dantaha. Yeah. Previously, he had said Adantaha. Now he's using the same word, Dantaha. And which means those which have Damavantaha. Damavantaha. Because Dama and sense organs are related. So, Dantaha is using sense organs which have the ability to be mastered. And therefore, person who is mastered one sense organs, Tadashvaha iva itara sarathehe. Tadashvaha, good horses. I don't know what else to say. Good horses. Trained horses also. I think trained horses, well-trained horses might be better. Okay, well-trained horses. Because horses in the wild, they're just based on instinct, they do whatever they want. But they have even more capacity. If they are trained, they can do better things. They may be even happy doing those things, right? So you can tame somebody. You can tame somebody and make the fellow's life miserable also, right? So I'm sensitive to that. So I don't want to say tamed. Uh, Tamed means their real nature is gone, you know. And so well-trained horses, they're still capable of doing what they can do. But then they know that I have to listen to the mind. Only then I can use my eyes where they should be used. Like that. So Dantaha, Sadashvaha Iva, like those trained horses, of whom Itara Sarathehe, of the other actual charioteer, physical, the charioteer of the Upamanam, of the analogy, of the simile, of the uh, of the simile analogy. Okay. So, what is the summary of this? Not very different from before. There we said yatra yatra viveka abhava. Here what should we say? Yatra yatra viveka bhavaha. Tatra tatra shama bhavaha. Where there is presence of viveka, where there is viveka, atmanatma viveka, there is going to be shama. Shama means the ability to call the mind to do what it should do. Okay. And then yatra yatra shama bhavaha, tatra tatra dhamma bhavaha. Forward there. And so where the mind also is available for the person, then the sense organs will automatically be available for that person to do what the sense organs can. Okay. Let's look at the Adhyaya here. Okay. Yaha vijnanavan vivekavan. To sada yuktena manasa saha bhavati. Sada yuktena manasa saha bhavati. Saha within brackets. Previously vivekavan within brackets. Comma. Tasya indriyani. Tasya indriyani. Sarathehe sadashvaha iva सारथेः सदश्वाः इव वश्यानि भवन्ति. Bhavanti supplied. Once again, yaha vijnanavan vivekavan sada yuktena manasa saha bhavati tasya indriyani sarathehe sadashvaha iva pashyani bhavanti. Let's chant the next mantra. So it's a particular tradition we have in our Shastra, which is when we, just before concluding, now that we have time, we will chant the next thing that we are going to study next, implying there's going to be a continuity. Correct? We're looking forward to that continuity. That's the meaning. I have 1 more minute here. Okay. Yes, Pavijnanavan bhavati.
Estvavijnanavan bhavati.
Amanaskas sada shuchihi.
Amanaskas sada shuchihi.
Nasa tatpadamapnoti.
Nasatat padamapnoti.
Samsaram chadhigacchati.
Samsaram chadi gacchati.
Continue this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.